Well, here's hoping this is working. If it is, welcome to an unconventional episode of Parallel Disney, where I am trying to do a live stream of A Pirate's Life content that was added to Sea of Thieves. I'm doing this because they actually made a fairly lovingly done recreation of various aspects of the attractions that can be found at the various Disney parks. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of them. The main quest Tall Tale, that I'll be focusing on is the third one, because that one actually has the most going for it when it comes to comparing things. And I try to set things up where I can do a side-by-side and switch between various YouTube videos that I got on standby. And hopefully this is all working pretty good. I'm not very experienced with this, so please bear with me. But anyways, hopefully this will be fun. So let's go ahead and get this show on the road. And there will be spoilers, of course, since we're jumping right into the third quest.
To plunge into the icy depths and face the hatred that dwells below the waves. That is not easy. But in the dark, you found the heart of the Black Pearl, her loyal crew. Mr. Gibbs, you are no longer my only guest.
Ah, we meet again. This fine woman's been telling me about this Sea of Thieves we found ourselves upon. Seems we won't be wanting for adventures here. Unless, of course, the goings-on in the Sea of the Damned.
I have been telling Mr. Gibbs that the Sea of the Damned is a place shaped by the lives of those who live there. The cursed captain, he not know it, but the town where him spent eternity is drawn from him own lost past.
And that's what's got us thinking. If we can follow footprints to find the boots what's made 'em, we can use a man's life to find the man. Now, I've sailed with Jack Sparrow longer most, so I've more than a few tales of his past misdeeds tucked away in me old mazzard.
Our lives are threads in a tapestry. They loop and they tangle. The stories Mr. Gibbs tell helps me tease out the golden thread of Jack's path as it winds through the Sea of the Damned. Now it falls to you to follow it.
But, as to Jack's precise location, we're still at a bit of a loss. You'll need this back for the best chance of finding him.
If what you want most truly be to save the Sea of Thieves from David Jones, then the compass will point the way. All I can do is draw back the veil.
Before you go, there's plenty about Jack's life that's strange, or peculiar, or downright inconceivable. So I've scrawled down all that I can in these here notes. You'd best take 'em for the journey. I'd tag along, but if I try to leave without making reparations to the lass Lorena, who gave us food and lodging, not even the Sea of the Damned will hide me. Best of luck to you. We're all counting on you to bring Jack home.
So, again, spoilers alert. This is the third Tall Tale. But yeah, something that's a nice, interesting feature that I thought I'd mention is the Castaway, which the voice and how she's kind of portrayed is Tia Dorma, or Tia Dalma, also known as Calypso, and the little crab on her chest kind of is a little hint to that as well, because, you know, in the third one she turned into a whole bunch of those little crabs. Alright, this is Golden Sound's outpost. There we go. Gonna go ahead and dress up the ship a little. Alright. Usually there's an entrance. There we go. So just gotta go over there. It's like usually there's one nearby. These quests can start at a numerous amount of outposts, which is very convenient. And luckily, except for the last quest, most of these are easy enough where you can handle them with just one person. And as usual, I am having to go the opposite direction of the wind. Before I drift off too far. The scene, of course, is represented in the second Pirates of... No, sorry, the third one, where they go to retrieve Jack from Davy Jones' locker.
Avast there. It be too late to alter course, mateys. And there be plundering pirates lurking in every cove, waiting to board. And mark well me words, mateys. Dead men tell no tales.
And that is very... Audio has been taken from the part where you see the skull.
And keep everybody hands in. Too late.
But of course, in the game, it used the older dialogue, where I think they changed it in Disneyland.
Avast there. It be too late to alter course, mateys. And there be plundering pirates lurking in every cove, waiting to board. Sit closer together and keep everybody hands inboard. That be the best way to repel boarders. And mark well the word. Dead men tell.
Here we're approaching an area that somewhat resembles the swamp area, or the bayou. You can hear some of that banjo playing.
Sleep.
right way. Yep. Sweet. So we'll get to that cabin in a second. But first we got to go this way. So here we see a damaged ship that says Blue Bayou, which of course is a reference to the Blue Bayou restaurant that can be found in Tokyo as well as Disneyland. Mission. Oops. Was supposed to get the lantern. Alright, so there are like little side quests where you can do other things that you can figure out. If you take this rowboat, you get clues on it. I haven't figured them all out yet, but since we're here on a mission, we'll just continue on. How's it going, the Diamond Raiders? Alright, so now we're going to get back to the cabin, and let's see how much this looks like. Or see if they try to replicate the one in the ride at all, or if it's just kind of its own. There we go, let's get a good view of it. Alright, now let's try to find it here. So yeah, definitely not the same. This one has like 2 stories, but it does have similarities. It's on stilts, although I guess this one's actually kind of on a tree. But you can kind of say that maybe it was their intent to sort of replicate that scene. You can even go ahead and pull out a banjo. Add some music like on the ride. Anyways, let's continue on. Yeah, this can get a little creepy. It took me forever to figure out that I could light those candles when I first played this.
Come through on this one. Play all other words and make this no more below or below. Find him, go find him.
So tell me, what's become of my ship?
So that's reminiscent of End of the Second Pirates of the Caribbean movie. And now I can go through the barrier. unfortunately, in this area, you're kind of speed limited. Compass. So if I remember correctly, I gotta do some stuff over here at this fort really quick. Well, kind of quick. And then, after that, you get to a point where it actually is almost like being on the ride. There's a rope or something?
Leave us down here to rot.
And of course, this song can be recognized from the movie franchise.
More chairs! More tables! They must not enter until we locate this Sparrow! We checked the hole, sir! That Sparrow! He escaped somehow! Then they will never stop!
I mean it, Sid, I tell ya! It will be brother! Me twin brother!
That's a funny little gag.
I can almost reach the
Cannonball
lock!
shot him off the bars.
Not the cage! Anything but the cage! Like, give me the collywobbles!
Cállense! You perros want your freedom? The executioner will set you free soon.
If only I could jump like that in real life. Right, after lighting up all the lights, I think after there's a battle, and then I think after this sequence we get to the point where it starts to mimic the attraction. I always go the wrong way first. One more. Where's the one I'm missing? There it is.
Sir, ships on the horizon. They're colors? Not, sir. That is...
So these ships, you could probably recognize where their design is inspired by. And it is, of course,
Company's here! Thank you kindly for lighting us a path. And now
the
we're
Wicked
here to
Wench.
collect the man what Captain Barbossa's been searching for. Hand over Jack Sparrow, and we'll have no call to be scrapped.
You can see that they got the same designs on the side. See if the number of cannons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So a few less cannons. Has the little spirals on the back.
Open fire!
And the sails layout is the same, 3 masts. And you got the triangular one. Alright, let's see, is there a good shortcut way down? That'll hurt. There we go.
Did you think me nothing but distant memory? I knows a living soul when I sees him, meddling where he don't belong.
So here there'll be a little battle that I have to take care of.
First mate to Captain Barbossa. Here in search of the traitorous French, Jack Sparrow.
Judging from the trinket on your belt, you and I are both hunting for the same man. Pity his famous compass can't tell what's real and what's not in these here parts. When we find Jack Sparrow and take his treasure for ourselves, we'll finally be free of this accursed plague. I'll be sure to tell Barbossa all about how me crew struck you down on this very beach. Try your blades, me hearties, and show 'em what for! I loves me.
Not like this!
To be living's to be weak. To be living's to be weak. To be living's to be weak. You'll not be leaving here. I'm done for.
Well now, I see you've got more spirit in you than those cowering curs. Look,
locked inside their keep. Give them no quarter, mateys! We've a fort to claim!
Don't let him get away!
Wretch!
You'll not best me.
Just another couple of waves, and we should be able to move on to the next area.
Come through.
Strike them down!
Escape!
It's been a while since my crew had a tussle this bad. I'd be a fool not to take part in the fun myself. You should never have come here. Sparrow is mine. Hear me? This fort will. This fort will be mine. Back to the ship, you dogs. Sparrow's
Alright.
not here.
Now we get to move on.
There's no reason we should linger. But know this. If you continue to meddle, there'll be no power, living or dead, that'll save you from my blade.
Oh, there's a ghost chain on it. I didn't notice that the first time I played. Probably didn't get here fast enough. Alright, if I remember correctly, the next area is where it starts to get really ride-like. Ah, yes. There we go. And you get to follow the Black Pearl. Sort of ghostly shade version of it. have to do is get through this cave. Hey, Jason. But there's an there's an earlier tall tale where you actually get to see the seagull on top of the guy's skull that's been impaled on the wall. But that's not in this tale that I'm doing right now. Let's try.
Strike your colors, you bloomin' cockroaches! Surrender, Captain Jack Sparrow, or by thunder we'll burn the city to the ground!
So yeah, this was a pre-existing game and Pirates of the Caribbean was added on.
They need a bit of persuasion, ladies. Fire at will! It's Captain Jack Sparrow and a fortune in gold. Run up your white flag, you scurvy scum, and bring me Captain Jack Sparrow, or I'll be sending you to Davy Jones.
Let's go ahead and drop anchor here. Alright. So,
Pound him, lad! Pound him!
as you can see, we've got the Wicked Winch again.
Captain Jack Sparrow, show yourself!
And there's
you
definitely a
miserable
different voice
cur.
actor that they have gone around to.
Strike your colors, you bloomin' cockroaches! Surrender, Captain Jack Sparrow, or by thunder we'll burn the city to the ground!
Front mast isn't taken out this time.
I need a bit of persuasion. Fire
You got a little lighthouse over there.
It's
And the fort layout is pretty good.
Run up your white flag, you scurvy scum, and bring me Captain Jack Sparrow, or I'll be sending you to Davy Jones. Two men down and number 4, guard. Take 'em below.
Right. Now to get to the next
Give 'em
area.
broadside. Pound 'em, lad. Pound 'em.
No, por favor, no, no!
So Carlos's voice is the same.
Pipe him aloft again, matey.
Be brave, Carlos.
But yeah, they really
Don't
changed
listen to
the
him.
voice of the lady upstairs.
Speak up, or do you fancy a swim with Davy Jones?
Don't tell him, Carlos. Don't be chicken.
I am no chicken. I will not talk.
Pipe the lubber aloft.
And of course, it's different
Where be
here.
Captain Jack Sparrow and the treasure, you
So let's see.
Pipe them aloft again, matey.
Be brave, Carlos. Don't listen to him.
So, this guy no longer has a feather in his hat. How about that?
Speak up, or do you fancy
This
a
guy is
swim
definitely
with
dressed
Davy
differently with
Jones?
that vest.
Don't tell him, Carlos. Don't be chicken.
No longer roped
I am
together.
no chicken. I will not talk.
Ah, here we had Jack hiding behind the dress at the La Costerera.
Where be Captain Jack Sparrow and the treasure, you filth rat?
Do not tell him, Carlos. No, 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 no.
So here, it's actually more like Disney World. So let's see which one of these is Disney World. There we go.
Be brave, Carlos. Don't listen to him.
Where be Captain Jack Sparrow? Speak up, or do you fancy a swim with Davy Jones?
Don't tell him, Carlos. Don't be chicken.
You even got the clothes on the top area, this little nook. The bars on the window. So yeah, that little bit's like Disney World. It's nice that they took inspiration from both parks.
Pipe the lubber aloft, matey. Where be Captain Jack Sparrow and the treasure, you filth rat?
And they get to go inside some of the shops. Yay!
Get him!
Oops.
Weigh anchor now, ye swabbies. What be I offered for these hearty hens? Every one an egg layer. Now, ye scurvy scoundrels.
All right,
do
let's
I
try
hear
something.
10? A hen for a 10.
Not less they be laying golden eggs.
Pipe down, you lily-livered lubber.
Hey, send them hens to Davy Jones. It's the gold they want.
Yeah, the gold. Belay there, you bilge rat. Strike your feathers, dearie. Show 'em your flock.
It's like we're on the boat ride.
Oh, quit your clucking. The gentlemen want the gold, don't you, boys?
We watch the gold. We watch the gold.
Drink
So,
up, me hearties.
something interesting, you see how there's not a
Yo-ho!
clock tower.
Oh,
This clock tower is more like the one that was from the entrance. Let's go to the entrance of the
Weigh anchor now, ye swabbies. What be I offered for these hearty hens? Every one an egg
Definitely
layer.
not the same, but
Now, ye scurvy scoundrels. Do I hear 10?
it does have some of
A
the
hen for a 10.
twists
not
on
less
it
they
and
be
stuff.
laying golden eggs.
Pipe down, you lily-livered lubber.
So, something interesting here.
Hens to Davy Jones. It's
Is
the
how-
gold they want.
She says it's the gold they want.
The gold.
Belay there, you bilge rat. Strike your feathers.
And
dear.
that is
Show 'em your flock.
quite a bit different.
Oh, quit your clucking.
Hey, send in hens to Davy Jones. It's the rum they want. Bring up me hearties.
So I find it interesting how they changed that little aspect of it with being all about the gold and not the rum. So here's... They did a really good job right here with these people. With the bust, the chandelier, the portrait, and the grandfather clock.
Do I hear 10? A hen for a 10.
Not less they be laying gold in it.
Just like in here.
Pipe down, you little...
Strike your feathers, dearie. Show 'em your flock.
Hey, send in hints of Davy Jones. It's the rum they want.
Strike your feathers,
Weigh anchor now, you swabbies. What be I offering for these hearty heads and every one of their legs? Sir Tony wants Captain Jack Sparrow. You'll never find the trouble.
So I learned the chasing. These guys come later in the ride. So there's a little...
He's heading into the jail. This time, we've got him cornered.
So I gotta do some platforming really quick. Ah, of course. Platforming is not meant for first-person games. Some cannons.
You always remember this is the day that you almost caught.
Mangy mutt. Hit him with a soup bowl. Here, doggy. Here, doggy.
And
Nice doggy. Belay that talk. Where was the keys? Knock them on, you swab. Can't you reach any further, you stub-winged bilge rat?
well, this first group of people didn't fare so well.
Juicy bow. Over here. Easy boy. Here, give us a kiss, you scrawny little bitch. I say grab his ears. Work him over to the noose. Go on now, hold it high. Higher, I say, higher. Mangy mutt.
Could have left them out. this. Let's take a look at this scene. Ah. So for here, we have to go back to Disneyland. Now, things haven't been on fire yet, but they do catch on fire later. But I don't think you get through this area. Oh, whoops. I messed up. Sorry, guys. I was supposed to... I did all that to try to like show you guys the side by side, and I forgot to switch the screens. They did a good job with their hats. The rest of their clothes are rather different. Right. Alright, gotta get back to the game. Huh. There we go, that should be enough. Right here, things are better if we go back to Disney World.
Drink up, me heart is your hoe.
Even got the map knife to a wall instead of a door. Got the chair. No parrot though. In this part, if you do look at Disneyland,
I humbly accept this magnificent treasure as my reward for a life of villainy, larceny, skullduggery, and festivity.
yeah.
I found him!
Right.
That means Sparrow must
I
be
think that's
here
pretty
now.
much all
Search the town.
Here we come.
the scenes here. Everything is about to catch on fire, but there's no change in the scenes as well.
There'll be no escape for you this time.
So that's pretty much it. That's all I really got to show you.
I don't give up.
At least for this tall tale. This is the one that had the most stuff. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll probably just cut it here. I hope any of you that came around liked what you saw. I know I'm probably not going to keep this live stream because it's not my normal thing. But I hope those of you that were here enjoyed it to some degree. Thank you, and until next time.